In this video, I'll show you how to uh, operate on views within your model driven app across multiple environments. So, just to give you context, I have a simple model driven app which lists down the airlines across the world. Now, here, if I click on this view selector, I will be presented with an interface which will show me all the views within my system. So, there is a view which is a default view. Then there are a set of views which I have created. So this is my personal view. And there are set of views which are provided by the system. Now think about it, like I'm in a development environment. So currently I am currently in a dev environment, and I'm a developer. So I'm developing the system. So I'm trying out with personal views. Now once you create a personal views, remember this personal views will not get shipped into a, like, personal view is only specific to you. Other people will not be able to see that, so this is ruled out. There are set of different views which are currently available, like active airlines, airline management users, and all these things. Now take for example, during development process you have already built this view. Okay, and this is not a personal view, this is like the system views which you have created. And now, if you ship the component, these all views will be shipped, like say, transported from dev to UI to prod. Now, if you don't want a specific view, say, take for example, I do not want, say, Girish secured view. The steps which I'm going to perform is I will go into the core solution, and then I will go into a app, which is a model driven app. So if I navigate to app, World Airlines Management System, and if I do not want that airline, like say Girish secured view to show, as a developer, I will go into airlines view, and from here I will select the option that I don't want Girish secured view over here. I'll click here and I'll say remove. So, and then this Girish secured view will come here, and then I will save this record and publish. Now, this is how you basically exclude the view during the development process. So, during the development process, if you do not want a public view to be displayed, you just click on a specific view and say click on remove, and then this will appear in the not in this app section, and then that view will be excluded. Now, remember, we are still in the development stage. So, we are still developing the application, and we have created multiple views, and if you do not want that view to be available, then I will just go ahead and exclude that view. Now if you see over here, that view has been removed. So Girish secured view currently you cannot see over here, and this is my development code. Now I'm happy with this. I will deploy this solution in another environment. Now this is girishdev.crm.dynamics.com. So let me go into a UAT environment. Now, in a UAT environment, or it may be a prod environment, I have already deployed the solution. Now, in the UAT environment, it's a managed solution, so you cannot make any change. So, into the solution code. So, if I select UAD environment. I have already deployed this ahead of time. So in solutions, you should be see under manage airlines core solution. And then from here, I can navigate to a corresponding app. Now, this is the application which I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and play this application. Now, this is a completely different application, but this is hosted in the UAT environment. And if I navigate to airlines, I should be able to see most of the view, except for the secured view. Now I can see all these things, and this has got a very few records. Now think about a scenario that the developer has already shifted, or like say deployed the code. It is now in UAT or production environment, and suddenly your manager comes and tells you that, hey, we do not want this particular view to be shown, airline with aircraft, let's assume this one. Now what developer would do is they will go into the application, they will go to airline with aircraft, and then click on remove, and then publish and then deploy the solution. But if you do not want to go into that cycle of deployment, there is a way through which you can directly make that changes in the UAT environment or any other environment which has a managed code in it. So for that, what you need to do, go into the solution, and within the solution, navigate to the tables. And within that table, say if I go to say airlines. Now in this case, we have a view over here. Now, if the manager says that we do not want airline with aircraft, you can just come over here, click on three dots, and there is an option now, which is a very important option to turn off this view in a managed environment. So you can come here, just turn off the view. And now, if you go into the UAT environment, so this is the UAT environment. Now, airline with aircraft. Let me do a hard refresh. So we have just turned off the view, and airline with aircraft is gone now. Similarly, I can go ahead and remove the other view as well. So if I don't want airline reader view or management users view, I can just turn off airline with staff. I can turn this off. I can turn off all other views, and I can even select multiple views, and I can just, I think that we do not have an option to turn off the view when you select in a multiple way. So I'll just remove the selection. Comp view is, so let me go back. Yeah. So comp view is like there's no option for comp view. Now if I go to the secured view, this is the secured view, and this is inactive. So inactive, I don't want inactive airlines view. And if I go into the secured view, I can turn this off. So I've turned off most of the views. Now in UAT environment, technically you should not see all this view once I do a hard refresh. So I do a hard refresh, navigate here, and then I can only see one view. So with the help of turn off feature available for a view against a table, I have an option to turn on or off the view in an environment where the solution is deployed as managed, and I have no control over the application. So if you're, so this is useful for the support people, like say if support team receives a request that hey, the user does not want, or maybe the customer does not want these particular views to be displayed, like a power automate flow, you can turn on or off the flow within an environment without even deploying the code. And next time when you have a complete release, you can go ahead and make the change and then deploy the solution. So that's it, folks. This is how you basically make use of the turn off view feature available within a model driven app, power apps, or general power apps. Thanks for watching.